Over long history, you think of different ways in which different sort of large-scale social movements have thought about learning and education. So if you think of the Socratic conception, learning is recollection. So each one of us already knows deep down what there is to know, and learning then becomes a way of releasing that knowledge to the light of our own minds, so to speak. The Enlightenment, a millennium and a half later, or even 2 millennia later, had a conception, or has had a conception of learning as, of education really, as a moment of self-enlightenment to some degree. And those seem in their own ways to have run their course, and so I wonder aloud sort of what the self-conception of our own moment is looking forward as to what learning amounts to, what connected learning could be, what a paradigm of how we engage each other, but how we learn for ourselves, right? By drawing on expertise, but not relying on expertise as the condition of knowing, and how we know what it is that we know when we claim to know, and the like. So for me, this is an intense conversation in which we're struggling to surface these ways of these shifts in how we come to think of ourselves in relation to learning, and by extension, of course, to knowledge. The attempt to create this sort of movement of interested parties, interested constituencies, is absolutely germane to the possibility of being able both to surface it and to give it life, extended life. Well, there are a number of things. I mean, technology is obviously one of them, but a means to an end rather than an end in itself. And the other factors are, of course, socioeconomic.
You turn that.
Socioeconomic and learning practices, right?
Yeah.
Deep shifts in political economy, social economy, and of course globalization, and all of that also speaks to some of the things we've been talking about in the group, is the dramatic increase and impact of mobility and mobilization. So I think those factors, these factors are never one-dimensional, right? So those interactive factors, I think, are constitutive of these pretty profound movements in how we learn, how we think about learning, what it is we know when we claim to know something. Deep, large, old questions of philosophical import.